I made the movie in 1988, but I started to think to the story in 1977, 11 years before. And I developed the story for 11 years. I love the idea, as you know, or as many of you know, when I was very young, I was a photographer and even a projectionist. And when I was 21 years old, I collaborated to the dismission of the oldest movie of my village, and that was closed for many years. So it was so dirty, so full of dust. The screen was of this color, and in the projection box, the machine was. And I was working in the in the projection box.
Dismantling
the projector, and in the same time, many people were in the movie theater to cut the seats, the thing to make the place empty. I was so sad. That was the moment in which I had the first idea, 1977. Many years after, when I finished to make my first movie, my producer gave me the opportunity to make 3 others movie, but he didn't like any of the proposition that I gave him. And after 1 year and a half, now I don't remember very well, I was not able to give him a story that he was available to produce. So I was thinking to cut our agreement, and he understood this sadness, and one day he told me, "Do you have a dream in your pocket?" "Yes, I have one, but I want to do it after 2, 3, 4 movies. Why? I am not... because my dream was to direct and produce them." But in that moment, I decided to confess him the secret, the story, and he invited me to write it. The story is very long, so I cannot to tell you everything. But the reason was the reaction of my producer after my telling my speech, and the fact that 2 or 3 days after I came back in my village, as I'm used to do, and the big movie theater close to my house was closed. In that movie theater, I went for first time in my life watching a movie by myself, without anybody. I was 6. And in that movie theater, I was projectionist for a long time. So when I saw this movie theater closed, and the reaction of my producer, I decided to do the movie. So it was a moment in which in Italy we had a big crisis of movie theaters. Probably the biggest crisis that we had except COVID. And my idea was to show in a movie how was strong the relationship between people and movie theaters in a period in which this connection seems lost. That was the chemistry of the idea, and I believe probably this is one of the explications to the question of the boy before. The other question was why he come back. It's normal. If somebody in a story impose you, don't go in a place, it's obvious that after the death of this man, you will come back. It's elementary. It's the law of the narration in movies. As Tolstoy wrote, if at the beginning of a story there is a gun in a wall, before the end of the